Oh, I should probably get to the inking process. Honestly, I don't think I really need to do all of this like rough draft work. I just do it when I'm streaming because it's a way for me to not commit to the actual drawing. Also, I often draw the jawline of characters. And then I draw the mouth and then I realize now the jawline is wrong. If you're drawing lots of different expressions, there's really no point in drawing the jawline until after you figure out the mouth, because it's going to change where the jaw is. Alright, whatever. Let's stop wasting time doing rough drafts and just get to the lines, just get it done. Let's get it done, boy. Do it, boy. Believe in yourself. What's going on with Shart's hair? It's kind of like she has a long braid in the back, right? He lives? Yeah. This internet has been kind of spotty. I should change the company, but I'm also thinking of moving again, so if that's the case, then I don't feel like I need to. It just sort of cuts out, which isn't a problem if you're just like living your life without streaming, but if you're streaming, suddenly it becomes a problem, right? Who's going to be the other gal sewing out? No, it's just going to be Shadowheart in this case. We're not going to go the full soy pog like combo here. Although she's not really doing a soy face. I just wanted to have her pointing. How easy would it make? Easy would it be to bully Shadowheart until she cries? Because I'm just looking at this image right here, and she looks like she's already being bullied to the point where she just starts suddenly crying. This is a priestess of cleric of like the most evil deity on the planet, apparently. She gets pissed off over everything so easy. Let's actually look up YouTube for reference images. YouTube bullying Shadowheart. I assume this isn't going to get to sex because it's about bullying.
Someone's enthusiastic. Maybe I should have brought a barrel. I was hoping for a toast. Any suggestions? Right. Friendship.
She's already sad.
Have it your way. To friendship.
LMAO.
Now tell me something about yourself. I know tadpoles, dragons, marauding goblins, or anything like that. Something about you. Oh, I'm aware. Several come to mind right now. But I'm going to tempt fate and say we can take our time. You... Alright then. Order for you.
Craves comfort, but needs respect. How does one earn the dark-haired maiden's respect?
I would never.
Craves comfort.
I would never. Is there just a compilation of every single situation in which Shadowheart is angry? What happens if you kill Shadowheart's parents?
I came here to save them. And you murdered them.
LMAO.
I may not have known them like a daughter should, but I'll still avenge them. Don't do it.
Oh, she just gets angry and you have to fight her. That's not as interesting. I was hoping that she would say something like Sag. This is not drawing elf titties. Unfortunately, like half of my job as a meme artist is looking up shit I haven't actually consumed and don't actually know anything about, because I don't actually consume like all the internet content that people assume I know. Like, I don't understand the internet artists like Kyle and stuff who get insane amounts of likes and shit, because they seem to know every single fucking inside joke that's going around on the internet forever at any single point. And I'm just like, how can you spend all your time like being aware of all this shit, you know? Like, I don't have time for that. She has mommy and daddy issues. It helps when you talk to people. I'm not talking about like actual human communication. I'm talking about all these people that spend all the time being up to date about the internet memes. If you're a human being like me who thinks that human culture peaked in 1998 and you're still thinking about video games on the PlayStation 1, maybe that's why I'm not up to date of whatever like latest Hatsune Miku meme that's being drawn. It's just alluding to a vaguely degenerate thing. I don't allude to vaguely degenerate thing. I draw a degenerate thing. In this case, Dark Elf. Nothing is more degenerate than Big Titty Dark Elf. It's not even that in-depth. It's just taking some surface level meme and making a surface level sex joke about it. Just like me, except I don't know about the surface level meme because I'm not online enough. So I just make the sex joke. Brapsune Miku. Oh hey, Constrictor is here. Now you can time him out. Sex is a topic like anything else. If you can make a good joke about it, it's as funny as anything else. Sex has the benefit of it's one of our few urges that we can satisfy primarily from visual information, i.e. masturbating by looking at images online. So unlike our other primal urges like hunger and stuff like that, no matter how much online information we get of food, it doesn't satisfy our need for calories. But sex is one where we can just consume one of our primary needs through the form of information transmitted online. So there will always be demand for more sex information because it's just like a primal urge. But yeah, it's just a good way to combine that with other stuff. Just if you can add some sexy to everything, like a manga with a good plot might be good, but it would be even better if it was a good plot with like sexy girls and stuff as well, right? It enhances the flavor. Think how much better Jujutsu Kaisen would be if instead of it being aimed at Fujoshi, it was aimed at heterosexual males like myself. And if Gojo wasn't a hot Fujoshi magnet and was instead a attractive female, it would greatly improve the anime. Speaking of sex, Kenichi is coming back. Hold on. Excuse me while I draw a Kenichi character. There. Strongest disciple. Damn, I should become a professional mangaka right now. Who else will provide you with such poignant illustrations of popular characters? Too bad Gege hates drawing women. Gege just wants to draw ikemen. What makes a male character hot? I've already discussed this many times, but the femoids are attracted to sharp jaw lines and stuff. And then also the guy has to be an abusive asshole to everybody except MC-chan. Or he can also be an abusive asshole to MC-chan, but like in an endearing way, I guess. Sasuke? I don't think Sasuke is as popular with girls as you guys might think. Sasuke is popular primarily with chuny middle school boys who are just like Shadowheart, and they're like, my heart is full of darkness. You will never understand how dark I am. Broad shoulders. Kenshiro. There was a famous Japanese copy pasta in which a woman is asking on 2chan like how she's fallen out of love with her husband because she's fallen in love with a 2D character, and she still tries to love her husband, but when she starts comparing it to this 2D character, he just doesn't seem as appealing compared to him, and she doesn't know what to do. And like the thread asks, so who is that 2D character you're talking about? And she's like, it's Rao. My husband can't compete with Rao. And it's like, okay, well, yeah. Yeah, your husband has some heavy lifting to do if his wife has fallen in love with, like, you know, a 3-meter tall, muscle-bound barbarian conquering emperor who just rides around on a gigantic horse and murders people. Like, I don't know how you compete with that level of testosterone if you're a man, so good luck on trying to get your wife back from this guy. Rao also widely theorized to be a virgin when he died, by the way, because he was like, I only care about this specific woman. Rao tried to kill Yuria too. That's sort of the way he communicates with everybody. He's just like, I should kill them. That's sort of his only solution he has for literally anything. It's like, oh, how do I motivate my troops? I know. I'll tell them if they don't do this thing, I'll just murder them. What about the woman I love? What if I try and murder her? He has a kid? I thought it was just like a theory. Let's ask the Japanese internet. I don't remember any of the specifics about Fist of the North Star. Lao. Dote. There's an actual Yahoo questioning here. Did Rao die a virgin? Best answer. I don't know if Rao would ever be interested in a female besides Yuria. The best answer is, I'm not sure male physiology is that simple. Based on his stress of not being able to be together with the woman he truly loves, there are many men, powerful men, who would have many mistresses. Ryu might have been born from one of his many mistresses, is the answer here. But there's this famous image where he's like, I don't care. I don't care who you love or how, defiled you are in the end, as long as you are next to Rao. That is all I care about. So it's hard to compete with a man who basically says like the one thing that the average female slut wants to hear, which is like, it doesn't matter how much you've been riding the cock carousel and how many other previous guys you've had. The only thing I care about is if you become my wife in the end. This is basically the thing that Korean men are complaining about all the time, is that the woman gets to ride the cock carousel and then they're expected to pick up, the heavily used vagina at the end, but Rao basically comes out and is like, no, that's what I'm doing for right here. The manga revealed he had a son in the end. I think that was like part 2. I actually like completely forgot like every single plot point in Hokuto no Ken, because in my mind Fist of the North Star is just like villain of the week shows up. There's like old guy who's trying to plant seeds to rebuild agriculture. And then a bunch of guys with mohawks show up and are like, ha ha ha, look at this dumbass old man trying to grow things. Let's eat these seeds instead. And he's like, no, please don't do it. And then they like snap his back. And then Kenshiro shows up and he's like, that old man knew what he was doing. Unlike you, you pathetic barbarians. And then he murders everyone. The funny thing about Kenshiro is that other superheroes would be, like, if they never showed up in time and every time somebody who was related to them would get killed and then they would show up later and they'd murder the villain, it wouldn't be considered to be successful. They'd be like, bro, if you had just showed up 30 seconds earlier, that guy wouldn't have to die. But the thing about Kenshiro is he only shows up after it's too late. And, like, nobody, like, shits on him for it. He's just like, oh, I arrived just as this old man was being bisected in half. I'm gonna calmly walk up to these evil people and now murder them instead. No one's just like, bro, Kenshiro, can't you just show up a little bit earlier? Raoul was roast beef enthusiast. If we're going by the general size of his body and hands and stuff, his cock is probably so massive that he probably needs the female to be stretched out a bit, or else it probably won't even fit. So that kind of makes sense if you think about it. Like, every female is probably like a virgin to him if he has a gigantic, massive cock. In fact, the cock carousel is only a benefit. Well, or he's like a gorilla. Gorillas have tiny penises. Is it confirmed that, like, hand size or foot size or whatever is a good predictor of your penis size? Or is that just, like, rumors? Is it just, like, completely unrelated? Do we have any guys out there with massive hands that can confirm whether they have massive cocks or not? I don't think it's true. Shame. I guess the only way to show our cock size in public is just to walk around literally with our penis exposed. Gray sweatpants, yeah. Men should just wear skin-tight leggings and stuff so that women can properly see the size of our cocks as outlined in the pants. It's only fair. If women are all going to wear skin-tight leggings to show the shape of their ass now when they wear their Lululemon yoga pants, we should also wear Lululemon yoga pants so women can see our penis shape. Although, to be fair, the women are also, they're also lying because I believe yoga pants, like, because it has compression in them, it makes your ass look tighter than it really is. Is that how it works? That's what I've been told. that it's a form of cheating, which is why so many women wear the yoga pants, because they want to exaggerate how tight their ass are. I ain't paying that amount for yoga pants. Hold on, let me look it up. Lululemon yoga pants. Bro, how can you say you're not paying for that? It's an extremely affordable $128. Are you actually saying that you're not going to pay $128 for these mid-rise track pants? How could you be so selfish and not worry about the stock price of Lululemon? I wonder how much it takes for them to make it. I assume they make it in like an average Cambodian slave factory, so it probably cost them like $2 to make one of these pants. I heard you needed tech support. Actually, I kind of do need tech support. I installed the Neo 3 demo yesterday, if we have any PC gamers here. And I'm running it on all the lowest settings, of course, because I'm on a fucking gaming laptop. But I was getting like the characters and stuff would be rendering properly, but after I would play for a little bit, I would get situations in which all the background images started to become like weird pixelated two-dimensional objects, and then eventually it would give me like a fatal error and crash. And this happened like 2 or 3 times. This is the first time I've gotten fatal error crashes when running something in Steam. So I was wondering if this is something that a PC gamer would be like, oh, I know exactly what's causing this, or if it's something I would have to fiddle with in the settings for like 30 minutes and shit. DXGI device remove means the game became unmounted during the game running, I believe. Unmounted, huh? Besides having like a relatively weak gaming PC and running everything in lowest settings, my problem was, CPU shuffles data between your memory and your GPU to make sure the game runs properly. It's a common problem. Yeah, I don't have, I have links disabled. There is a Steam topic. Is it specific for this game, or is it just like such a common problem that happens in multiple Steam games? DXGI device removed. CPU issue. Oh, there is GPU crash caused by outdated drivers, overclocks. If your CPU is unable to properly shuffle that data, then things fail to render, which eventually causes a crash. Interesting. Is down underclocking the only way to fix DXGI error? It's probably more of just like I need a better CPU, honestly, because like when I checked the temperature of my CPU, see, it's just like it's always running around like above 80 degrees Fahrenheit, not Fahrenheit, Celsius. When I was running Neo 3, it was regularly at like 90 plus. I just think my CPU isn't good enough. even to run a game at like its minimum settings. I think like it's some kind of CPU bottleneck or some shit like that. ADC is actually super hot for idle temperatures. I mean, it's not idle, right? I'm streaming, so... You should repaste it, dude. It's a fucking laptop. I ain't repasting shit. You're running a lot of tabs, ain't ya? I don't think so. I mean, I'm running a lot of tabs in Explorer, true, and I'm streaming stuff. That's true, but... Even when I have a lot of my tabs closed, when I was running Neo, I made sure that I had every single application besides Steam closed, so... I have an AMD Ryzen 7 5800H Radeon graphics. Now, I don't know if this is good enough, but it's saying it only has 12% utilization and it's still running at like 80 degrees Fahrenheit, 9 degrees Fahrenheit, so... Most of the encoding for streaming is done via your GPU, not your CPU. You need to repaste it if it's getting that hot. I think it was getting that hot when I initially bought this laptop, so I just think that's what's going on. Repaste it and dust it and it'll go down to 50C. Bro, I'm definitely incapable of opening up my laptop, repasting, finding my CPU, repasting it and dusting it. I definitely can't fucking do it. Has it gone down by now? It's 81 when we're streaming. Are you in a hot, unaired room like your old place? No, I'm in a relatively cold room. Shouldn't be that expensive. I could walk you through it if you call me later on Discord or send me the model type of your laptop. I'm not going to do it myself under any circumstances. I tried to fix my fucking PS5 controller when I was suffering from fatal levels of stick shift. And I was like, I'm capable of doing this, and if I fail, then I can't use this controller anyway, so I'll just have to buy a new one, so what's there to lose? And I failed pretty badly, so... I have a laptop fan. Buying a faulty gamer laptop sounds like typical Uncle BB. Yeah, well, it do be like that. Laptop. I don't know, it's been like this since I bought it, so... What if I look for... Pasokon... Repair... Osaka. Hard disk 交換 OS 復旧 マザーボード交換 I am near Osaka and Kobe, so... Where'd you get your laptop from? Best Buy. So what is this laptop? Laptop specs. Do I just look for like this PC? Where do I check my own PC specs? Good old America. It was literally the only place to buy a laptop from in my area because I was living in the middle of nowhere. I think it just says that MSI Center. No. Basically be opening it, cleaning dust, repasting, and then done. Anyways, I'm definitely not doing it myself. It might also be good for me to just own like a second laptop just in terms of backup. Considering this is the method in which I make money. On the other hand, if I want to actually play video games, getting a laptop is of course a meme, because no matter how good a laptop it is, it will always have heat problems. So I have all my data backed up usually. I haven't done it recently, but honestly, even if this laptop crashes, it won't be a huge deal. I back my stuff up every like 2 weeks or so, or less, if it's if I'm actually making progress on a manga or some shit. Anyways, I shouldn't be worried about playing video games. The whole reason I didn't bring my PlayStation 5 was because, like, I'm not going to be playing video games. I'm going to actually be, you know, drawing. Make it 1 week since you're an artist. Whatever, man. You can just redraw it if your computer crashes. I don't know in JP, but here you can get some maintenance done for like 20 to 25 bucks a top. Alright, I might consider it. I've had it for more than like 3 years, so I'm sure warranty is already like, it's already past warranty, so it doesn't really make any difference whether like I have to worry about like MSI and stuff like that, so. Well, the Japanese guys know how to fix Best Buy stuff. I mean, it's a standard MSI laptop. Let's see. How to check Windows 10 your computer laptop model. Windows key plus R. MS info 32. MSI Delta 15 A5 EFK is what it is. Yeah, it's this thing. You can tell it's an awesome gaming laptop by this stupid looking round eagle emblem it has. My dislikes of the MSI Delta 15 A5 EFK. I wonder if I watch this video, he's like, I don't like this because its CPU is constantly idling around 90 degrees Celsius even when it's not running much. That would be pretty funny. Best Buy has MSI. I mean, they had a lot of stuff. Some of these gaming laptops have way too many fucking screws. The edgier the logo, the better the gaming laptop. Clueless. I mean, I could have gotten at Best Buy. They also had a Omen, which had the name Omen, as it would imply. It had like this weird logo of like some sort of tribal tattoo kind of thing, like a tribal emblem. I was like, damn, that's edgy as fuck. And all of its lights were in like bright red and shit. I'm actually a computer repairman IRL. How often do you think like people have to replace their laptops if they're heavily using it? Like, what is my lifespan of my laptop if I don't actually want to upgrade for gaming reasons? Every 3 years or so? Fuck. Well, it's definitely been 3 years. But I don't want to upgrade or replace. I want to keep on going. Depends on how heavy you use it. Well, I'm not really using it for much gaming or anything, but I am using it to, you know, for drawing on a daily basis, so I'm not gonna buy a $1,000 laptop every 4 years. Fuck that. If only they were that cheap. My gaming laptop was like $1,000. I think it was like 1,100 or so. It was a little bit more than 1,000. Build a desktop and you'll be good for a long time. I guess. See, the thing about desktop is I'm kind of mobile right now. I'm going from place to place. I mean, I just moved to Japan, so maybe that is slightly different. Obviously, desktop is better bang for your buddy. But I can't fucking build a desktop, guys. We already talked about this. I'm not gonna, like, snap the Legos into place. I don't want to hear about how, you know, it's just like Legos, LMAO. It's not just like Legos. You got it before RAM prices skyrocketed, though? True. Again, probably not a good time to be buying anything new computer-wise. You could reach 10 years if you do proper maintenance, but people nowadays don't do that shit. I can't do maintenance, guys. Not only am I too fucking lazy, anything involving me, like, opening up a laptop and, like, taking out the screws to properly, like, shoot it with compressed air or whatever the fuck you're gonna ask me to do, it's probably just gonna result in disaster, so, yeah. On the other hand, if all I needed to do is to use it for drawing, then I can get by with much less RAM and GPU and stuff. Like, my 16 gigabytes of RAM I've never had a situation where it's like, oh, I don't have enough RAM. There should be plenty of cheap places to do maintenance. Yeah, I might look into this. I think I'll have to go probably a few train stations over, but there's Kobe to the left of me and Osaka to the right of me, so... I'm sure you could get some viewer who wants to spend time with their Oshi to build it for you. It's not really an issue of like... I mean, part of the issue is the building part, but the other part of the issue is that I might be moving around in Japan, so I want to keep somewhat mobile instead of having a massive desktop I have to figure out how to lug around. And the other is I draw in a posture in which I have my laptop sort of attached to my hip, and I'm drawing on a screenless tablet, and I kind of need the same posture to maintain the sort of hand-eye coordination with what I'm seeing on the screen and what my hand is moving. So I'm worried that if I try and go to a desktop and I'm just looking at the monitor instead, it will fuck with my hand-eye coordination. Maybe I can readjust. I have a second monitor already, so I should try drawing, looking at the second monitor. And see if I can do the same hand-eye coordination that way, because that would kind of make a big difference. With back to the wall? Yes, with back to the wall. Constrictor, if you make another fucking joke about Kobe Bryant versus the city of Kobe, I'm gonna fucking ban you again, okay? Not that I, like, cherish the memory of Kobe and I don't want you to defile him or anything. It's just fucking corny and stupid. Yes, he was named after the city of Kobe. The joke is old. I sent my maintenance to programming laptop 1 or 2 years, and this piece of shit laptop is rocking 8 years now. Okay, I should probably consider that. I think she needs darker eyeshadow. Let's see. Let's check the temperature again. I mean, it's at 80. CPU is still at 80. So you guys think that having CPU temperatures hovering anywhere between 80 and 90 degrees Celsius when the only things I'm running are basically like, well, there's a shit ton of tabs open here, so I mean that's definitely going to be on it, but we have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like 30 tabs open, so how many Explorer tabs is too much, guys? Let's try closing all of these. Tabs equals memory, not impactful. The only other things that are open is, I don't think it's a tab problem. You can download an add-on to Firefox called Dormancy that unloads tabs if you don't touch them for more than 10 minutes. Interesting. I have been using Firefox a bit here and there, but I haven't made it my primary browser. But again, it doesn't seem to really be causing the. I haven't felt any performance issues running tabs. The only time I've actually had, like, this might be overheating my laptop situations is when I actually try and run, like, real games. So, as long as I don't run real games, I think I'm fine. If you're gonna switch off Windows 11, that's another thing. If I try and upgrade right now and I buy a laptop, well, it's just gonna be automatically installed with Windows 11, right? I don't know if I can run Linux. I mean, considering the conversations I'm having with you guys. I'm pretty technically inept when it comes to anything computer related. Honestly, if I was gonna buy a PC, gaming PC, I'd probably just go to Hade Ofu, buy a used gaming PC desktop, and hopefully worry that it's not gonna fucking crash on me. I don't know. My general approach to things is buy cheap thing, and hopefully it's not gonna fail, instead of buy expensive thing and hope it's not gonna fail, because there's no real guarantee that the expensive thing will, you know, be any better than the cheap thing in this day and age. Honestly, you're kind of fucked. Actually, now that I remember, I already checked, and Clip Studio Paint isn't supported in Linux, so... I'm definitely not changing my drawing software. So I think it's kind of irrelevant. I think I have to use Windows. Bazite comes with Wine pre-installed, so generally most things that run on Windows will run on Bazite straight off a fresh install. Would I be able to buy a pre-built that probably has like Windows 11 in it, and then install Bazite, and then see if shit works in it, and then if it doesn't work, just go back to using Windows 11 or a different version of Linux or something? Program is Clip Studio Paint. Apparently, they do not support Linux versions, so... But I assume that there are versions of Linux that, run stuff, Windows stuff. I bet there's like a thread of this. Clip, Studio, Paint, Linux. Wine, apparently. I found 2 versions of Wine on the software. Managing to install the hub menu. I see that draw is the only creative option. Projects, manage materials seem to work just fine without going deeper. Blah, blah, blah. I don't know. This seems like too much work for me. The people who are saying on these Mint forums are probably 10 million times more functional when it comes to computer shit than I am. So, if they can't do it, then there's no fucking way I can do it. I think I just have to deal with whatever performance issues that Windows 11 has. Well, I think for now it's just a situation of it isn't broken, don't fix it for me with my current laptop. Although, if the CPU temperatures are just straight up too high, I might consider taking it to a computer repair shop. I mean, it's at 7980. I mean, what would consider to be idling? How many programs running would be an idle situation? How is Japan? Japan is good. Kind of. It's good enough. I'm waiting for some kind of crash which will hopefully make PC prices tank. I already sold all my stock, so I wasn't in the stock market because I was like expecting a crash, but who knows how long it's going to take. On the other hand, if the laptop is chugging along right now without any real issues, I think we don't worry about it until it actually becomes a problem. Just update your shit and hope that the external hard drive is fine. What stock did you buy? I just had a lot of index funds. But the thing is that index funds, which are like an average of the market as a whole, even those were insanely inflated because every company is, you know, in the AI bubble right now. And I was just like, you know what? I might be trying to time this, but I just want to get out. I don't want to be caught in a fucking crash. I don't want to tie myself to the fortunes of these stupid AI, you know, tech bro companies. I'd rather lose out on making even more money in the current AI situation than getting caught in the crash. If I'm 100% confident that this is a massive bubble, then I should just get out, right? That's what my my approach to it was. I mean, look at the fucking numbers of the stock market, guys. It's like literally doubled in like what, since COVID. Like, look at this shit, bro. We're at close to 7,000. 6,969. And it was COVID, it was 2,300. Are we really like 3 times more valuable than it was what it was like, you know, or double like before the COVID crash? Like, are we really gonna do that? Like, of course this shit is a bubble. Of course, it might take another extra 5 years for it to collapse, but I still don't want to be part of it. You could have left in a bit. I do have some left in. I still have like about 30,000 or so left in. As well as my, what do you call it? IRA funds. Because those have like for tax purposes, you can only put in so much money, so I may as well keep those in. But I had just a lot of like extra money sitting in it. I was just like, I don't want to be tied to this shit. I don't know if I want her to give her the soy mouth or not. I can't wait to live 2008 all over again. The thing is that's different from 2008 though is that like we already are seeing the job market and shit fucked up in among normal people's lives already, right? In 2008 we had to wait for the crash for that shit to happen, but now like we're already in the low employment and stuff. It's just that the stock market is in its entirely different mode from like normal human beings, and it can just keep on going on and on and on. But like actual normal human beings are getting fired and stuff, and hiring has dried up and shit. It's just venture capitalists and tech companies swishing money around back and forth. It'll just be 3 times as fuck when shit hit the fan. I mean, we don't know. It might be twice as fucked. It might be 1.5 times as fucked. Just because the total amount of money injected into the market is way more than it was during the housing crisis doesn't necessarily mean that the resulting fucked up situation is going to be way worse. Because a lot of that money was stuff that the tech companies were just building up inside their own, you know, it was like their stored cash. Now with more unemployment and techno-fascism, yeah. I mean, if you're part of the tech sector, it's funny because if AI is successful and you're working in tech, then that means they can fire you because they want to replace everybody who works with like AI programming. But if it's unsuccessful and everything crashes, then they'll still fire you because now they don't no longer have any money. So either way, if you're a tech company worker, you're kind of fucked. The only thing that can save you if you work in tech is if we have another COVID shutdown and everyone's forced to stay inside and watch Netflix nonstop. Again. Then you're in good hands. Bezos just canned 16,000 workers. I assume these workers were not like the people who were actually putting the boxes on the conveyor belt in the storage facilities and stuff. And instead, they're like, you know, people working in the tech sector. As someone who is in tech, AI is not being successful at all. I was thinking about, you know, this is going to be the weirdest ass metaphor, but in Japan, all the bath towels tend to be really small instead of being like the large, luxurious bath towels. For some reason, they use way smaller bath towels. And one of the bath towels that is left in my aunt's apartment is one of these like unwoven fabric bath towels that has like really high water absorption. And it reminded me of those unwoven fabric bath towels that we had as like swim team members. I can't remember what they were called. Swim team towel high absorption. What the fuck were these things called? Quick dry sport towels. These things are fucking tiny. I guess we call them chamois? Chamois? What the fuck do you call them? I don't know. When you're working in, they're like microfiber towels, but they're fucking tiny and they have ShamWows. Yeah, I think we called them ShamWows back in the 90s, but they have insane amounts of water absorption for being like extremely small. And I was thinking, like, in retrospect, it's insane how much water those things could absorb, even though they're like the size of a handkerchief, and what crazy technology that shit was. I was thinking about this last night while I was drying myself off, and then I was starting to think, like, that's kind of like what the AI craze is right now. It's one of those things that, like, technologically, it's incredibly powerful. Like, it's kind of shocking that, like, it can do so much shit. But it's not like just because we have these unwoven fabric, miracle fabric towels, everyone stopped using normal bath towels. Everybody still would rather use a normal bath towel instead of the fucking ShamWow. It's like a situation in which our entire tech industry has decided that nobody's ever going to use a normal towel ever again because we have this technically superior version of it. Completely ignoring the fact that everybody is like, nah, I just like a normal towel. AI CEOs are starting to kind of get a little nervous. Like, I have never heard of a CEO say, please don't talk bad about our AI. We need people to like and use AI. Yeah. It feels like the bubble is gonna burst any fucking second. It really does. Like, how the hell can they keep this shit up if they're just like, guys, please, you have to use our product. And eventually everybody will use this product and it will be worth billions of dollars and we will make all the money any day now. Oh my god, we're running out of money. You know, it just feels like it's about to pop, but like, it felt like it's about to pop for like the last 6 months, so. On the other hand, like, do you think it will last a year? I think my laptop will last another year at least. They're just coasting at the moment. I mean, ChatGPT, OpenAI doesn't have enough money to last another year without getting like another billions and billions of dollars of waves of funding. Microsoft can definitely last. My face when I'm never getting put in the Roko's Basilisk torture dimension. Roko's Basilisk is one of the dumbest fucking thought experiments of all time, and I don't know why people keep on going back to it. It's just so fucking stupid. It's dumber than the trolley problem. Because the whole concept is like, oh, if I don't help creating this all-powerful AI, it's going to torture me in the future. It's like, A, if I can't open up my PlayStation 5 controller and fix it properly, how the fuck am I ever going to actually contribute in developing an all-powerful AI in the future in the first point? If anything, I'm helping this, you know, all-powerful AI's development by not participating in its development, because I'd probably fuck shit up. And if this AI is going to be so spiteful and illogical in the future that it's going to punish me for not participating in its development when I couldn't even help, then it could fucking, you know, murder me for anything. So why the fuck would I be so concerned about it in the first point? It's just an incredibly stupid fucking thought experiment. Also, if this AI is so powerful, why the fuck would it care about me in the first part? I think both of those are meant to be entirely philosophical. People take that shit seriously. You don't have any idea how stupid tech bros are. They're incredibly fucking stupid. I mean, that's part of the reason why we have the whole AI shit right now, is because they are trying to make God, and they don't actually understand how their own systems work. Anybody who's used AI for more than, you know, a few hours will understand that it's basically just a autocorrect predicting the next word system combined with like an internet search. At least the large language models and the diffusion models basically are. And yet, these AI companies think that if they keep on spending unlimited amounts of money on it, somehow it's eventually going to morph into some sort of sentient god creature. And then they'll make all the money, which is an incredibly dumb fucking idea. Grimes got knocked up by Elon. She made a joke about it and Elon slid into DMs because of it. I shit you not. How the fuck was she seduced by this guy who slid into her DMs because of Roko's Basilisk comments? Was she really like, oh, that's so attractive. He cares about this stupid-ass tech bro thought experiment. She made a reference to Roko's Basilisk in one of her songs. I'm telling you, man, this is the dumbest fucking shit. I can't believe it's occupied so much of our popular culture. There's so many cooler stories that we could, like, you know, be obsessed over than this one. Like, instead of Roko's Basilisk, why can't we be, I don't know, worried about a multiversal version of myself that sucks my cock while I'm asleep and I don't know about it. And there's nothing I can do to stop it. What if I'm having gay sex with myself while I'm asleep and I can't stop it and I'm powerless? Have you ever thought about that, guys? Every time you go to sleep, a dimensional portal opens and you from a different dimension shows up in your bedroom and sucks your cock. But he leaves from the dimensional portal as soon as he notices you're about to wake up. This is why you have boners when you wake up, guys. It's interdimensional gay sex with yourself. I know, it's horrifying, but we're completely powerless to stop it, guys. It would be like if I just shit that story into the ether and like 10 years later people were still talking about how they got raped by their interdimensional gay sex version of their doppelganger or whatever, and this was like a serious discussion about how to stop the interdimensional gay sex raping that happens every night to you. It's that level of dumbassness, and yet we still talk about this Roko's Basilisk shit. It's just like my time stop JAVs. I still can't get over the fact that someone had the idea of putting a dog into the time stop JAV. Like, I can't tell if they were fully aware of it or if they were just like, okay, we need to prepare a household, a family. I have to show it to you guys again. This is one of my few saved videos. Here we go. Look, he's stopping everyone. The girl, she's completely stopped. The housewife, she's completely stopped. The ugly Oji-san, he's gonna go. He's gonna go and fuck them. This young child, 25-year-old child. Meanwhile, the dog's like... The dog's just like, let's fucking go. They even zoomed in on the fucking dog. I don't think they were trying to. I think they were trying to show the daughter, but... The dog's like, what's up, bro? Because of this scene, forever, it's famous among Japanese internet that dogs are completely immune to your time stop powers. Hello, Oji-san, do you have treats? Yeah, he looks pretty friendly, doesn't he? He's clearly staking out the Oji-san to see if he can get extra food out of this encounter, but... His powers are just so specific that he can affect whoever he wants. I like to think that the dog is more powerful than him. It's more interesting that way. It's a common Japanese internet meme to talk about how like 95% of time stop porn is just fake. It's just the actors pretending to be time stop. And then the joke is like, wait, what about the remaining like 5%? This ear angle is incorrect. Oh! Alright, I have been online for like 3.5 hours and I've basically drawn like half a face. That's how productive I am when I'm talking with chat, which is to say not productive at all. Which means it's time for me to end stream so I can actually be productive. See you around. Thanks for the computer help. I will consider taking my computer to the shop to have it cleaned if I can find a close by computer mechanic that's good at that stuff. See you around, guys. Good night. Bye.